Hello, this is Ian Scales from Telecom TV, and I'm here at Alcatel Lucent's Alternative Energy Lab just south of Paris. I'm going to be asking the world's largest end-to-end telecom equipment vendor what it's doing about alternative energy.
So my name is Frédéric Vauquier, and I'm in charge of marketing and communications for the Alternative Energy Program. The Alternative Energy Program is the first truly industrial solution for large-scale deployments of wireless base stations powered with alternative energies, solar power, wind power, fuel cells, etc. It actually bridges the alternative energy and the telecom worlds to help our customers, mobile service providers, provide green connectivity anywhere in the world. We started this program to answer this booming demand that is for wireless base stations that be energy autonomous and green. In a few years, this market is going to go from a few hundred sites per year to 100,000 sites by 2012.
My name is Hervé Deray, and I'm heading the network integration practice within Alcatel-Lucent Services. Alcatel-Lucent Alternative Energy Solution has three main strengths. The first strength is related to the product side of our solution. It is not only ready for massive deployment as an industrial solution, but it also has the best cost efficiency of the market. I would say the second strength relies on our services, our design and integration services, that allow us to remove dependencies from the weather conditions on one side, but also allow us to deploy alternative energy solutions as any wireless technology. But the third and more important strength is about our future-proof roadmap. This future-proof roadmap evolves towards wireline context, but also incorporate smart grid concepts. We have designed alternative energy systems for countries and customers across the globe, in Asia, in Europe, and also in Africa. But more importantly, we have already 300 sites that are deployed and that are up and running in the field.
There are three main drivers: bridging the digital divide, reducing operating costs, and fighting climate change. In the emerging markets, there is more than 1 billion people who do not have access to any telecommunication services. And for a simple reason, these people live in areas where there is no electricity grid to power a telecom network. In such context, wireless networks that be energy autonomous are absolutely key solution to bring telecom services. The second driver is reducing operating costs. This is of course valid in all countries, and especially in the mature markets. What we see is that operators are facing this challenge that telecom traffic is increasing so much, but their revenues is not increasing that much because of flat fee offerings. And so for them it's so essential that they be able to reduce their operating costs. And again, in such contexts, energy autonomous and green base station that take advantage of the sun and the wind to work is a key solution. The third driver is to help fight climate change. And, well, base stations powered with alternative energies is a key element in the strategies that mobile operators are implementing right now to answer to this green trend.
Our solution is based on the best of breed of each individual component of an alternative energy program. Solar panels, batteries, wind turbines, power controller. We selected on the market the very best providers. Thanks to our pilot and lab station here in France, we have been able to test them in real life and to really make sure that they provide the best performance. In most of the cases, alternative energy solutions are dimensioned to cover the worst case, the worst weather conditions of the year. Bad wind conditions, bad solar conditions. And therefore, we more or less are obliged to over-dimension, let's say, the solar panels and wind turbines. But thanks to the clever integration between our telecommunication system and our energy system, we are able to reduce the dimensioning of these energy systems and come up with a very cost-effective solution. In specific use cases, we have been able to demonstrate that the size of the solar panels could be divided by 2 as compared to traditional approaches. There are 2 reasons why we situated it in France. First, this is on an Alcatel-Lucent campus, so very close to the research people. But another aspect is also that we wanted to demonstrate that alternative energy can also apply in non-equatorial countries. And this is what we have been able to achieve thanks to this lab and pilot station. Alcatel Lucent has always been a pioneer in the alternative energy domain. We started back in '94 with our first lab integration of an alternative energy solution. Then in 2005, we offered within Alcatel-Lucent catalog a solution based on solar panels. In 2008, we have already deployed 300 sites that are already operational today. And this year, 2009, is a year when we launch our new alternative energy program that is going to be ready for mass deployment in 2010 onwards.
The highest demand and the priority market, let's say, really is in the emerging countries. In these countries, the demand for telecom services really goes far beyond the reach of current electricity grid. And if you want to power wireless base stations with the traditional energy autonomous solution, which is diesel generator, you end up in situations that it's finally not viable. Just giving you one example. One customer in Africa constantly has 100 oil trucks that are driving all around the country just to fuel in the tanks that are attached to each base station site. The energy challenges that are so important in these countries. And so this led us to contribute a lot to the development of new solutions of energy efficiency for the wireless networks, including cutting-edge features like dynamic power save or direct air cooling. And so naturally we started very early also with the alternative energies, and we're a pioneer in this field. And we happen to have rolled out more than 300 sites in the emerging markets in the past 5 years. And so what we're doing right now is really accelerating our investment in this field, because we see this huge market and operators really need this industrial solution. Then in the mature market, there's also a very strong demand that comes much faster than what we had anticipated. The context is very different. The electricity grid is there. But then the issue is, well, these operators need so much to reduce their OPEX that they say, okay, why not take advantage of the sun and the wind to power my networks? So adding some solar panels, adding a wind turbine on a given site, even if the electricity grid is there, will reduce the electricity bill. And the electricity grid becomes a backup.
Up to now, the market has considered two different domains. On one side, the energy, on the other side, the telecommunication. I see these two domains more and more tied together. On one side, those alternative energy solutions will provide excess of energy. And in the future, this excess of energy will be recycled into the power networks, into the grid. Another interesting example or illustration is around the concept of smart metering and smart grid. In the future, telecommunication network will allow to better manage energy grids and therefore to better manage the power consumption of households.
Globally, what you have is a huge market demand and nobody really able to answer to this demand because these are site-per-site approaches. So what we need is really a truly industrial solution, and that's what we're bringing with the Alternative Energy Program. We offer a full range of services to mobile operators, starting from consulting, then design, engineering, implementation, and up to the monitoring of the complete solution, so that we address alternative energies at global network scale.
This integration is not only about technology integration, it is also about business integration, customer satisfaction, and maybe more importantly, about the social and environmental benefits that we can provide. These are the value that Alcatel Lucent is determined to provide to the market.